Hi folks, this is Susan Jackson of Granny Went Green. You know, the other day I was doing a little thinking. Something had prompted some thoughts. And I was pretty much making a speech in my head. Have you ever done that? Just made a speech in your head? And after that I decided, I think I'm going to write this down because I might need to revisit it. Well, after writing it down, I thought, I'll just go ahead and do a video because it might be beneficial to some of you also. You know, I recently listened to a talk that was given by Sean Hardy, who was a former NFL player and who has now gone on to become very successful in a number of different realms. And one of the things he does is he does motivational speaking. He was very engaging in his comments and everything, but there was one sentence that just came out and slapped me in the face. Of all the things he said, there is only one thing that I can actually repeat back to you, and it was this one sentence. It was, before you become, you must first believe. You know, when I heard that, I thought, yeah, that's right. You know, and that's what's wrong with a lot of people these days. They don't believe they can do better. They don't believe they deserve something. They don't believe that they can become successful. They feel like they're just going to be where they are forever and ever. Well, then I started thinking about that sentence. Before you become, you must first believe. I started thinking about it as it related to me and my Young Living business. Oh, like many people, I signed up for Young Living so I could purchase the oils and the oil-infused products for wholesale cost. I really didn't have any plans on building a business at that time. But as I used the oils and came to love the oils, I thought, oh, this is just too good to keep to myself. I need to be sharing it with other people. So I started kind of slowly and casually mentioning it to people. And then after a while I thought, this is what I want. I want to share with others. But as I thought about the one sentence, a few things came into focus. But let me tell you first what I believe. I believe that Young Living is the best essential oil company out there. The purity and potency of the oils and their products are the absolute best. They have the highest ethics and integrity. I also believe that Young Living essential oils and the oil-infused products have the power to change people's lives, physically, emotionally, and financially. I believe Young Living is a company that allows anyone with a passion and desire for the oils to become successful, regardless of age, gender, education, religion, social status, or location. I believe that with Young Living, you can make $100 extra a month, $10,000 extra a month, or even $100,000 a month. I believe that because there are people that are doing it. I also believe Young Living allows us to achieve our absolute wildest dreams, and then some. As you can tell, I believe some wonderful things about Young Living, but at this point, I stopped to think about me personally. What did I believe was possible for me? Not for some nameless person out there, but what did I think was possible for me, Susan, in small town Mississippi? Well, let's think about my beliefs. I do believe that Young Living is the best company out there, and their products are the best, bar none. Don't try to argue with me. And if you aren't sure about that and you're curious, please go to seedtoseal.com. Check all of that out, and you'll understand why. Yes, I believe the products are making not just people, but me too, healthier, more emotionally balanced, and yes, I have been making some money. I do believe that Young Living provides a road to success for anyone with a desire and passion to share the oils with others. no matter what your station is in life. Okay, so that's the first three things that I told you I believed. And I'm very steadfast about those. But then on those next couple ones, I start wavering a little bit. You know, we can know something in our head, but do we necessarily know it and believe it in our heart? That's where I sometimes have some problems. We need to take this head knowledge we have and make sure it becomes heart knowledge. So, back to my beliefs. I know that Young Living allows you to make extra money each month. It can range from a few dollars to hundred thousands of dollars. Yeah, each month. Did you hear that? Each month. How would you like to get a check for $100,000 each and every month? What would that do for your family? What could you do for your community, your church, other charitable organizations if you were receiving $100,000 each month? It blows my mind. But did you hear what I said? I said I know that's possible. That's my head knowledge. But does my heart believe that Susan can do it? That's where we come into some problems. Do I believe I can earn $100 a month? Yes, I do. I've done it. Do I believe I can earn $20,000 a month? I haven't made it there yet. Do I believe it? I need to work on this head knowledge to become heart knowledge, because that's where I start wavering. That's where the negative talk comes in. That's where I start with the past, my past directing my future. That's where that stinking thinking comes in. The stinking thinking is what beats you down. It causes you to doubt your ability. It often causes you to give up when you haven't given it your all. That stinking thinking becomes that self-fulfilling prophecy. Because in your mind, you're saying, oh, I'll never make it. You're saying, that'd be really nice, but, you know, I'm glad they make $10,000 a month, but what am I going to do here in small town Mississippi? I'm going to find that many people so I can make $10,000 a month. Well, no, not with that attitude. Got to change the attitude. So, it would be nothing short of a miracle for me to make $20,000 a month. That's what my mind tells me. That's what's holding me back. I won't do the things I need to do to grow my business, as disappointments will come along and will stop me in my tracks. And I don't care. Even the most successful people out there have had disappointments and roadblocks that have come along. I've been at the senior star level for several months. About 3 months ago, I was so close to making executive I could taste it, but it didn't happen. And over the course of the summer, my organizational group value has actually been dropping. Everybody was busy with vacations and not thinking about, Young Living. Looking back now, I am glad I did not hit executive when I was so very close, because my organization was not in the position to carry me to the next level of silver, to the next level, and certainly not silver in 6. Whenever you do reach executive, you have 6 months to hold the executive rank, then make it to silver, and if you do that, you get what is called an Aroma Complete kit, which has like 100 and some, 200 maybe, oils in it. Now, if you don't make it in 6 months, you can still make it to silver. You just won't get that Aroma Complete kit. And I was not in the position of holding that executive level to even have the slightest chance of making it to silver in 6. It's easy to become discouraged, but that surely won't get us to where we need to be. I've had classes and no one showed up. I have asked people to be a hostess to a class where I would come and do it for them. I've offered incentives for them to do that. Nobody wanted to. I have had situations where I have offered extra goodies for sign-ups. No takers. So I spend a little while having a pity party, and then I say, gonna get after it again. I recently had a class here in my home. I had 12 people that were confirmed and they were coming. Well, you know what happened. That morning I started receiving the Facebook messages and the text from this one and that one. They couldn't come. By the time it was time for my class, I only had 2 of those that were coming that were still coming. As it turned out, though, we had 5 that showed up, and those 5 deserved the best that I could give them, and I certainly hope they received that night. But it'd be real easy to say, where are those other people? Why didn't they come? Well, I guess they just don't want to. They probably just told me they were coming just so I'd leave them alone for a while. And that certainly is not the kind of attitude that's going to get me anywhere. That stinking thinking of mine says, oh, no one around here is really open to this. Everyone sees me as a bother, and all they think is I'm trying to get them to buy these hippie oils to make some money. And then you have people sign up, and they don't ever order again. You contact them. You try to offer support. You send information. You talk to them. Nothing. And then you worry if the subject of oils comes up, what are they going to say? Are they going to say, oh, I got those things, but I never knew how to use them. No one ever told me what to do. Knowing good and well you did your best. Some people just won't listen. But one of the things that I have learned, if you really are interested in sharing the oils, and you know what it is, you have to use them. You have to use them consistently. You don't use them one day and then not use them again 3 weeks later, because sometimes somebody will ask you a question and you won't have a clue because you haven't been using them. You don't have to be an expert. That's what resources and reference books and websites are for. So don't worry about that part. Sometimes I feel like there are still a lot of people that think it's snake oil. And if we're honest, most of us were a bit skeptical to begin with too. But if we get our oils and we consistently use our oils, we know the truth about the oils, and then we can tell others. I'm going to challenge myself and you to believe what I said to begin with, that Young Living can provide a substantial extra income, and that we would be crazy to give up. Yes, there are going to be disappointments. Yes, there's going to be roadblocks, but our task is to find our way through them or around them. Join me in making our head knowledge our heart knowledge. I'm setting goals for my business and then working until it happens. I'll set a time frame for these goals too. But if I don't reach a particular goal by my time frame, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going because it will happen. Remember, before we become, we must first believe. Do you believe? Let's evaluate our own belief system. Make the adjustments that we need to make. Let's go out there and change lives, one family at a time. We can do that with Young Living. Let's get busy. Thanks for joining me and listening to my ramblings. This has been Susan Jackson of Granny Went Green.